time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Hour Live. Today is Wednesday, December 17th. S&P down 63 points. NASDAQ is the weakest by far, down 415, a little over 1.5%. Russell's down 21. Dow is down 167. Gold pushing up again, up 1%. Silver exploding, up 5.5%. Notes and bonds a little bit red. 10-year yield a little bit green. Oil up 2%. Natural gas up 5.5%. All the grain, soybeans and wheat finished red. Corn finished up 1%. Euro and the pound are a little bit red. Bitcoin is down about 2% after a big, strong move early. Gave it all back, plus some. Big range in Bitcoin today. The VIX is up 5%. Really not as strong as you would think after that big sell-off, but currently at 17.29. Uh-oh, no audio? Hang on. Yeah, it's all good on my end. Yep.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, check your audio settings.
Not sure why. Sometimes some people can hear and some can't.
Lando, do you have that? If you have that video, little Loom handy that you did for that audio checking, if you could post that. Yeah, check my audio. Should be good on my end. Okay. So anyway, as far as my trades go today, it looks like quite a few people are having the issue.
Yeah, maybe just back out and back in. I hear you loud and clear.
All right, I'm going to log out here. All right, restarted. How about now, my friends? Okay. All right. Yeah, all my audio stuff said I was good to go, but just a little Discord glitch. All right. Okay, so I'll start over real quick here. Just gave a little outline of the markets overview. NASDAQ is the weakest by far. It's down over 1%. Gold and silver pushing. Silver new all-time highs up over 5.5%. Bitcoin, big range, had a big, strong move up early. Now it's down almost 2%. VIX is up 5%, 17.32. Not necessarily pushing as much as I would have thought with this move, but it's just been kind of hovering just below yesterday's highs in VIX. And so that's where we're at. As far as my trades go today, on my day trading, I had since I've kind of started doing my my limits from a perspective of max trades per day and scaled down position size and then all that good stuff. Hang on, let me grab it here. Let me grab it. One of my worst days on day trading, just all three trades did not go well. I have a max loss on a trade of $2,000, so well under that, but they were 1,300, 1,300, 1,400. Really, Amazon I held a little bit longer than I wanted to, but otherwise I liked all the trades. They just were losers. So hit my max loss, which is 4K for the day. Did scratch out a profit in Tesla, booked some yesterday, and then closed the rest out today. By the way, my meta trade, I mentioned in the directional channel that I was going to consider cutting it if it kind of broke a trend line, which would be this right here, which it ended up doing later. But I decided just to hold it. I was kind of micromanaging it like I would a day trade as opposed to letting it play out like a swing, and it's still above my level on a swing basis, so I'm just holding. I did cut Tesla to reduce some exposure. I've still got MSTR, which has some decent amount of time left on it as well. So anyway, losing day on the day trades. As far as BICs go, they're having a good day, up 4,600. I've had a few one-sided stops. I've got 5 tranches open for pin, open for business. So we'll see if the market can stay stable into the close. And then no 1 DTE, no calendars. So I think that is it for me. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, pretty good day. I didn't do any day trading. This morning I had an 8:45 appointment, doctor's appointment that everybody should do.
Colonoscopy?
No, not that one. It was the cardiac calcium score.
Oh.
It tells you it gives you a score on whether you can, your odds of having a heart attack in the next 5 years. So it's a $50 test, takes 15 minutes. Everyone should do it. So I had that this morning. And then I got home, did 2 TLC trades, both 20, 40, 16 out. A couple Elmos in the other account hit profit targets. So pretty good day so far.
Yeah, I didn't do any Elmos. I just, after kind of the big sell-off, I just kind of got away from the screens for a while. Just needed to get away after taking those few losses on the day trading, so I didn't really have the confidence to sell premium, and I just didn't really want to trade at all. So no Elmos for me today.
I came in at the end of I think I got back. There was maybe like 15 minutes left. I got the last like 15 minutes. It looked like it was pretty choppy out of the gates, and it just didn't look very good for day trading.
Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about what I did today, like I said, I like all the trades that I took, even though they ended up being losers. The one thing that I didn't like that I did is I came into the day doing my pre-market prep, looking at both the NASDAQ and the S&P, and saying, okay, if the S&P can't get above previous day high, and the NASDAQ rejects, it opened right at previous day high. So my thesis was, if we can't hold above that, I'm going to be bearish going into the day, and then I completely abandoned that thesis.
Gotcha.
So that's the only kind of in hindsight, looking back over my trades for the day, that would be the one thing that I don't like that I did.
That's a good thing you did that test thing, Chris. Yeah, that's why I mentioned that it's a very easy thing to do and costs very little. Very important. Have you had one done, Steve?
No, I need to find a doctor that I would go to. Like I literally haven't been to the doctor in 25 years.
Yeah, this isn't a doctor, and you don't use insurance. It's just $50. Anybody can do it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it can save your life.
Yeah, I just probably need to go in for a good old-fashioned physical as well. Being that I don't really work out as much as I used to, or very often at all.
Yeah, they scan your chest so they can see like whether you have blockages or not forming, stuff like that, and they give you a score. I had a score of 0, which is a perfect score.
Nice.
Let's do it every 5 years.
I keep meaning to do the old Cologuard as well. I'm at that age where I need to get my first colonoscopy.
Yep.
I heard
Yeah, I did
Cologuard's
that a
the way to
couple
go.
years ago. Yep.
You guys didn't know you were going to be talking about colonoscopies and heart issues on today's Power Hour, did you? You thought you tuned in for trading. Silly you guys. Elmos and colonoscopies. That's what we're all about today, kids.
Yeah, these are, you hear people dying young of heart attacks and things, and these are the things that prevent that.
You do need a good heart to trade. That's true, Dave S. Good point. It is all related. Russell dipping through lows. NASDAQ and S&P also dipping. We do have good old CPI tomorrow morning, so we shall see how that comes in. It's pre-market, an hour before the market opens, along with unemployment claims. So, kind of my plan around that is if we get a gap down after CPI, I'm going to plan on buying some VIX puts. I was kind of modeling these out today. I thought about doing it now after we've had this spike, but it hasn't really spiked much. I mean, it's up obviously from the open, but taking a look at a daily chart of VIX, I mean, we're just back up to yesterday's highs and kind of at the top of this range. But if we have hotter than expected CPI and we get another VIX spike, SPX gaps down, I'm gonna just buy some VIX puts. I would go with the Jan 21, so 34 DTE. Thought behind that is, if that is kind of the last flush before we kind of drift into the end of the year, that would give plenty of time. I've been looking at, I used to do these VRRs and different things on like VXX, but the options are just not good in VXX or UVXY. So I'm just looking at straight up good old VIX puts for a pure premium selling play. If we get a vol spike after CPI, I'll do that in the morning. I'll post that in the option selling trade channels. The other thing is we've got MU earnings today.
Yep.
Chip stocks have been getting just absolutely brutalized, although MU is starting to bounce. AVGO is starting to bounce a little bit. But MU has earnings after the bell today. MU hit all-time highs last week of 264.75 all the way back down to 226 right now. So, am I bullish or am I bearish? That's the question. I think I'd go bullish.
That's a good question. No.
Expected move of 18.5. 243-ish. little something like this. I'll wait a little bit closer to the end of the day in case we get some more action here on MU. So MU today, and then could take a look tomorrow at Nike and FedEx. Would be the only other two earnings for the week.
Down she comes.
Let's see, my highest big strikes are 25. Got some 25s and 20s on my last two tranches, so those would get hit if we push much lower. But still got some good range on the other ones. Did get some value out of some of my long puts. I held 4 of them. I posted in the big channel. I scaled out of several of them for a nice profit, but then I held 4 and we just started chopping and just bled those out. Didn't really get much value out of those. Microsoft has been relatively strong. Made a big push above previous day highs, kind of pulled back to that level now. Definitely the strongest of the tech. All chips down. Crypto's down. PLTR down 5%. Crypto's going through lows. MSTR, coin, hood all going through lows. Tesla basically hit all-time highs almost exactly a year ago. And kind of had a similar reaction as we're seeing today. So last time Tesla hit all-time highs, it was on December 17th. And then the next day it flushed the highs in big reversal. Yesterday it hit all-time highs on December 16th, and then today flushed the highs, big reversal. 1 year anniversary. Congratulations, Tesla. Yeah, I'm gonna trade it, Moel. Just wait until closer to the end of the day. Oops, sorry, let me turn my volume off.
I went ahead and put it in and got filled at $1.48.
S&P ticked lows and then bounced a little bit. Chad, can we get your official earnings record? Can you start tracking that for us?
And I'm like 2 and 20 something. It's pretty bad.
Netflix just now getting down to unchanged after being up big this morning. Amazon's just barely red. Apple barely red. Meta's only down 0.5%. Microsoft's up. Tesla got hit hard, down 4.5%. Yeah, TS trades. It's in the transformers. It's one of the transformer strategies. So your eyes are probably not failing you. It's just kind of a tricky placement. We're trying to keep you on your toes. Elliot, your Bic's printing today? Actually, it doesn't look like TS Trades is in here. I think he just popped in. Kind of debating whether I want to take some of this off. Take some of my Bics off here. Let's see, Tat says I'm up 5,500. I think I'm up closer to 6,000.
Never hurts to take off profits.
A lot of these are just so far away. Like a lot of my. So I've got some at the 20 puts and 65 calls. So that's only 10 points away to the downside, I guess.
Right.
Some of the others are 10 puts, 50 calls, 20 50s, 25 45s. Maybe I'll take some off before MOC. Although if Pelosi gets the cell number beforehand, it could happen quicker. Yeah, I wonder. It's so weird how that was happening for like a week or two, and then it just stopped. You know what I mean? Like if SIBO did something about it, or if it was just that circumstance. I don't know. I mean, we've seen spiky moves and haven't had that kind of issue, so it's like, I don't know. Hopefully they did something to kind of avoid that, but who knows? I'm sure it's always a risk. All right, S&P trying to hold the lows, hold above the lows. Let's see what old Mahomey is trading for.
$1.
35s.
$1.30. $1.15. $1.
Yeah. Yep, somewhere around there. $1.10, $1.15 maybe. All right, I'm going to go ahead and enter this MU fly. What'd you get filled for, Chad?
$1.48.
It's a little more expensive now. I'm trying to get filled at $1.60. Must have bounced. Yeah, bounced a little bit. $1.62. A little bounce in the S&P, a little bounce in NASDAQ.
Must be a big buy number.
About 6 minutes till MOC. If you buy the overhead calls a little closer. Okay, yeah, so giving yourself a little bit more upside profit. All right, a little bounce coming back down a little bit. I'm gonna get on a scalp. Yeah, I don't hate that, Moel. Definitely if my assumption is a little bit more bullish. I kind of like the wider body personally. But yeah, that's definitely I'm picking up what you're putting down, my friend. $35 fly looks like it's still around maybe $1.20, $1.15. I'm going to go in with a 5 lot before MOC for a scalp. I'm going to bail on a little bit of my BIC exposure here.
Order cancelled. Order partially filled. Order filled. Order cancelled.
I know you're hearing my trade fills here, but turn down my volume for MOC, which is in 2 minutes.
Order filled. Order cancelled. Order partially filled. Order filled.
SPX up to
Order
37.
Order partially filled. Order filled. Order cancelled.
1 minute to go into the market on close imbalance.
Order filled. Order
Doesn't
cancelled.
look like it might be filled.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
That's right, kind of in between strikes here. 30 seconds. I'm going to try for the 40 at $1.35. Nope.
Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 sell side 930 million. Nasdaq 100 sell side 181 million. Dow 30 sell side 475 million. Mag 7 sell side 214 million.
930 million sell side. A little bit of reaction to the downside. Did not get a scalp order filled. $35 is trading for maybe $1.40. Keeping them cheap into the close here. It's a little on edge. So I closed out a bunch of my BIC stuff. Left some open that's further away. Some of it's already at 0, so feel good about that. Puts or calls what, Dark Avenger? S&P new lows of day down to 28. Oh, I was on the call side trying to get filled. I didn't get filled. The 30 fly on the call side looks like it might be getting up to about $1.80.
So reminder, at 4 p.m. Eastern time, we get Micron earnings.
I'll try to get filled for one at $2 if it can hold on for a bit. If I'm trying to, so like right now, SPX is at 67.28-ish. So if I'm trying to get on filled on the ones below, I'll use the put side on the 25s and the calls on the 30. So if I'm trying to get filled above where price is, I'll use the call side. If I'm trying to get filled below where price is, I'll use the put side. And then, of course, it just also depends on strike availability. So if I don't have calls available, I'll just go to the put side regardless. So everything should fill about the same. I'd love to get filled on the 30 before this thing goes into hammer time. Now it's down to 25. Down to 24. I'm working the 25s and 30s.
Yeah, that's why I'm not even close, really.
I should be working the 20s and 25s. I'm going to cancel my 30. All right, working the 20s and 25s. Down to 4 minutes to go. Sitting at 22.5. Three minutes. All right, Phil. No, that wasn't. That was something else. No fills on the Mahomes yet. I'll give it until 2 minutes till the bell, and then I'll cancel. If I don't get filled on anything. Needs to get closer to a strike here.
Got filled on the 25s.
Filled on the 25s. $2. SPX down to 22. 2 minutes to go. Down to 21. Need below 20 for max, below 22 for a profit. VIX up to 18 almost. SPX less than a minute, right around 23, 24. $21. 30 seconds. Back to 24.
Yeah, that's the wrong direction.
10 seconds. Need a little push down here. Little mark down into the close, please.
Order cancelled. Order cancelled.
67.21.51 for the small win. 67.21.51. All right. Better than a loss, my friends. Better than
Take that.
a loss.
Take it.
Yep, take it.
Sure.
All right, all. That's a wrap. Tomorrow's Thursday. Chad will be on the mic for day trading. We'll be back for Power Hour. See what happens with MU after the bell. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.